What's up, wrestling fans? We are back again. This is Discuss TNA Impact Wrestling. Might be dropping the Impact part next year. We don't know. It's too soon to talk about those things. So I am here again. I am JaySin, back again with the Horror King, Gary. God damn it, I just hit his sound and I realized that nobody can hear it because I'm on my laptop. Ugh! Whatever, we're going to keep going. So we have some news, Gary. Again, for like the 17th straight goddamn week, his football team won like the night before we're recording, and I'm pretty sure he's setting up recordings like this just so he can brag or something.
No, they're pretty lucky to come away with a win. Unfortunately, it had to come down to Buffalo Bills kind of being poor sports and shoving one of our fans. But I do know how the Philly fans are, though. So
yeah, that's
it's
fair.
probably,
I mean, but we did. I mean, we can get into that at another time. This is not the goddamn place for it. Yeah. You can check out alldistractions.com. I did post a little video of that. Pretty cool. Guys pushing a fan, but whatever. So the biggest news is Tammy Sunny Sytch. I'm reading it like an idiot. Tammy Lynn Sytch, aka Sunny, who was, WWE Hall of Famer. Kind of became a huge disaster after that. And she has had a court case going on for a long time, and she was sentenced today to 17 years in prison, followed by 18 years probation for a deadly crash in which she was driving drunk, which led to someone dying. So that's pretty crazy.
With her being a celebrity, though, she'll see probably less than half of that.
That's what I was thinking. Isn't that, I mean, a little low for? Yeah. Well, no, I don't know. I guess 17 years. That's kind of a lot.
Yeah, it is. But
manslaughter.
I don't know. I don't really know the details, but I mean, I know she's hit rock bottom. I've listened to different podcasts and stuff about the topic of Tammy Lynn Sytch. I know she kind of slept her way to the top, very much in the WWE, which is unfortunate. But I mean, there's always going to be that one woman on the roster that does.
Oh yeah, I'm sure she's not the only one out there. Not gonna. Well, fuck it, I have to since it's kind of already a thing. But we have someone in Impact Wrestling who's sleeping with the president at the moment. It is what it is. Sometimes people do it. This, in Impact, it seems like more of a relationship kind of thing and not just banging different dudes like Sunny was doing to move up. But I'm just going to say, rest in peace. She didn't die. She's just going to jail. Okay, but I mean, it's
her career totally.
Oh, sorry. I said rest in peace because I thought fast of like, if she died 25 years ago, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, she would have been thought of as like, you know what I mean? There's like a totally different thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Totally like, if different. She died like right after all that, and like, but now she's going to be seen like as this like pathetic joke, disaster, fucking, I mean, whatever. It's a sad story. Her husband died. She mentioned that. Mental health issues, but whatever. The fact is she kept getting fucking drunk and driving, and, I have mental health issues. I don't go drunk driving all the time. I know it's all different for everyone, but whatever. It is what it is. And got some good news here for once about Impact. It's been a goddamn while, at least for me. Impact taped a show with AAA called UltraClash on yesterday. Taped it yesterday. You can find results on Fightful. There are some really cool goddamn matches on here. Check this out. No spoilers. This is just the who's in the match. The Motor City Machine Guns and El Hijo del Vikingo. I'm just naming a team because, good lord, that's one of the greatest teams I've ever seen. Yeah. Okay, maybe that'll be a little bit much, but that's a sick ass team, no?
Oh yeah, definitely. I know a while back we were kind of making a play for him, but I don't know. Then AEW came into the picture, and it kind of looked like he was going to be going down there. But I'm thinking maybe he's really loyal to the AAA brand, so good on him for that.
I think there's something with AAA, more like Conan is going to fucking legit have you killed if you leave or something. I don't know. It seems weird how he keeps everyone. You know what I mean? Like, how is he keeping this how is he keeping this like king? There has to be like a, you know what I mean?
It might be like a La Familia kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, has WWE not seen this dude yet? Like, he's got everything. Yeah. This friggin', like, he seriously has everything. It's insane. Also, Lucha Libre, AAA Worldwide, has pictures from the show. and I wanted to mention it early, but if we sound sick, we are, the both of us. So deal with it. Like most of the world, we are sick and trying to get through this one quicker than usual. And so what else is on here? There was also some good shit like Moose and someone else faced Josh and someone else. I don't want to mention like all the matches and spoil them for things, but a triple threat match.
A lot of the names,
AAA guys.
A lot of the names. Yeah, a lot of them we're not real familiar with out there. Yeah. So bear with us on that.
Here's a great idea. I love just the idea of it. Chris Sabin and Trinity. Like I don't even care with it. I don't even care who they're going against.
Speaking of that, I don't know if you saw Trinity actually dressing up like Chris Sabin, kind of like a female, like short kind of.
Oh my God, I'm looking right now. I can see it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh my, okay, she's awesome, man. You got Jesus Christ. I think I say it every week. You know what I mean? She just like does everything like needed and more, and dressing up like Sabin. That's so fucking cool. I'm looking at this. I can see the picture now. That is so fucking cool, man.
Well, the thing is, if she didn't win people over just being in Impact, she's totally knocking it out of the park now. Because, like, I mean, you're probably the biggest X Division legend, and you're endorsing him, and he is as well. So.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, I would honestly have thought like she wouldn't even know who he was like before she went there. But I don't know. That's just me as a stupid fan, like thinking that everyone in WWE kind of has their head in the sky, like, thinking they're better than everyone, but whatever. Also, Jordan Grace and Sexy Star. What the fuck is that about? How is this Sexy Star still in wrestling? What the fuck? How? That's insane. And why is Impact working with her? Jesus. Like she
better not lose her. She better not lose her cool with Jordan Grace.
Yeah,
let's put it that way.
That's a good point. Like you will only wrestle when Jordan is next to you, who will rip your fucking head off your shoulders and roll it like a fucking bowling ball if you do anything, if you even look at someone out of line. And on the other side is Deanna. Oh shit! I was just gonna say, like, we were talking about this earlier. Why hasn't Rosemary been in AAA? I totally fucking forgot. I'm laughing. It's bad, but I totally forgot. She's the one who fucking broke her thing, right?
Yeah, she separated her muscle from
ripped her fucking arm. Yeah, look it up, everyone, if you haven't seen it. What she looked like?
She totally
ripped her fucking arm out of her shoulder.
Well, they said she had tapped or whatever or saying enough was enough, and she kept going, and she did until she told.
Absolutely.
So
she was literally tried to tear someone's arm off, and this motherfucker's still in wrestling, and Tessa Blanchard barely is. Like, that's a fucking joke, because Tessa, who said some shit. Yeah. This motherfucker could have sent somebody to the hospital. Maybe she did hurt what's her name for life. She's never been the same. Rosemary.
Yeah. Did you? I don't know if you remember back in the day too. There's people like not like apologizing for it, but like they didn't think it was that bad.
I remember. The thing was huge.
The commentator in Lucha Underground was kind of condoning it.
Okay. I don't know.
Thinking it was okay, and I'm like,
that was
what?
Totally insane. That whole thing was insane.
Not how you build a relationship.
I'm not joking. That's the reaction I had when I just saw the name. Like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't even know she was still in wrestling. I can't believe she can be in wrestling after that. Like, whatever. But again, we always say AAA. Like, whenever we don't know something in AAA, like I always go with AAA is really fucking weird, and Sexy Star is a perfect example of that. She tried to rip somebody's fucking arm off, and she's still there, and she's cool. Tessa Blanchard, nope, can't go there because she said some shit or whatever, and her ex-boyfriend is still there. That's literally how shit works, and it's gross, and I hate a lot of wrestling. So, but yeah, the show looks cool, and it is going to be aired on AXS TV for, I'm going to guess, 2 weeks maybe. I hope. It says matches will air in upcoming weeks on Impact TV and AAA TV.
I'm guessing what it's going to be, Jay, is probably mid-December we'll see those shows.
We better see these goddamn shows, and it's not just highlights, or else what's the point?
Yeah.
And I would have,
because I know this week.
I would have watched the show, wouldn't you? If this was on like a Sunday special kind of thing, or for the Friday.
Oh yeah. I mean, if they could have put it on as a live special on Impact Plus, I would have totally dug that. Maybe
I think a lot of people would. Well, you wouldn't last night.
Yeah.
With your Philly.
Because I know this week we're going to be doing the IPWF throwback. Well, IPWF 4 throwback show this week, and I don't know if that's 2 weeks or I'm hoping it's only one, and it's like a what do they call it? A collage of the
whatever.
whole
Like
event,
stick it
you
all
know, into
together.
one
Yeah.
week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I didn't know about these AAA shows, so I was just kind of sad that like the year was over, like last week or whatever, and we just gonna had a bunch of bullshit to watch. But there was one new match this week, right? It was just one, right? The turkey match.
Yeah, there was a turkey suit. Yeah, and if you
And
missed it, it was somewhere near the beginning.
yeah, it was the second match. They showed one.
Yeah, it was
They
like if
showed.
you're looking.
Well, they showed. Oh yeah, okay, it was a turkey suit match. I was gonna say, but I mean, they showed Rhino beating Alex Shelley and Sheik Abdul Bashir. I mean, is that what you want to open with on a Thanksgiving show? I mean,
No,
they had a match with like Robbie E and Grado, and I think even that would be more fun for fans. Like, how about AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe versus Chris
yeah.
Sabin?
Well, some of the editing was really weird for the show too, because like I don't know, I would have like I know they don't have a lot of time, but I mean, I to honestly get people into the show, why not introduce the wrestlers' entrance or
Something.
you know what I mean, to kind of give
Have
a little
fucking
bit more
knockouts.
flair,
Have some fucking
kind of show
knockouts
people
dressed
what
in.
they missed out on.
I like have some knockouts dressed in like fucking Thanksgiving shit. Like, I mean, WWE had a goddamn show. I don't know if you saw it. It was Halloween Havoc or something. Literally every fucking person dressed up like it's WWE, so they did it like they're in fucking movies, so it looked incredible. But like,
Fine.
and here's what I hated about
Fine.
this show: it was a special about specials. Like instead of making their own, I said this last week. Instead of making their own special for this year, you know what I mean? Like, and how fucking hard would that really be? Like, get Jordan, like, knockouts, do a few segments in the back. Like, Jesus, this is when you can use Swinger for a half hour.
Yeah, that would have been
any
perfect.
time of the year for Swinger. It's now. You know what I mean? Like the turkey thing. He could have had a whole fucking turkey segment throughout the night. Like, who gets in the match? Like, you got to go through him or some shit.
Yeah, or like have Swinger back, kind of like off ramp or whatever. Like kind of like with they had Tom Hannafan and Matthew Ray. Well, why not have Swinger standing there, kind of giving it the comic relief kind of stuff? And
I really worry because this week Impact posted, instead of Thanksgiving pictures, they posted pictures of like welcome to the NBA season. And
I seen that.
What was that? What did that start in September? And today's November 27th. I mean, even I don't know, maybe I'm wrong on a started in October.
Yeah,
the NBA season's been going on for a while. Like I saw the pictures and I'm like, what am I looking at? And why now? I think they posted it on Thanksgiving.
Well, and shame on for none of the knockouts for not wearing a Lakers jersey.
Yeah, and shame on Courtney Rush for being one of those knockouts in those pictures. I'm sorry, you suck. No one likes your character. That's a shit character. It doesn't look good. It's not interesting. It just looks like a regular girl who has no character. It's ridiculous, and the only people who even understand it are people in like Canada who know the whole Courtney Rush story. And I hate everything about it, and I miss Rosemary, like most fans who are still liking some post I had on some crazy ass Twitter account I made. It's got like 20 fucking likes, and it literally looks like a psychopath Twitter account. So you have to be right when you say something like that from an account like that. And back to the show here. So yeah, there was a bunch of specials from other shows, which again I thought was super weird and would have liked their own special. But the one here had.
Yeah, it was totally weird, but like I did like the choice of the food fight episode they had with
I like that.
Justice, and I liked that though, and it was cool that we got to see Follow Ba on TV for once.
Well, that just made me miss Follow Ba. So, but that's another thing when I do matches like this, like when you show when you show like Joe and AJ and Sabin, like. I don't know, like those are like three of the best, and especially at the time, and like now they don't like have guys like that, so it's kind of like shit. Maybe I missed those guys, and maybe I should watch those guys on fucking WWE and AEW. But whatever. So this match, okay, go ahead.
Well, I just couldn't believe it was possible that Alex Shelley never aged a day. I think he looks younger now than he did.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't trust that. Someone should definitely look into that. Very, very shady. All right, so we got Sunny, we got the AAA thing. There wasn't much news today. So this match was PCO versus Mike Bailey, Johnny Swinger. Wait, I'm sorry. It's a tag match. PCO, Mike Bailey, Johnny Swinger. Wait, what the hell's Johnny Swinger on that team? Isn't he a heel? Well, okay, I guess it's mixed because PCO's. I mean, I don't know. I kind of see PCO as a crazy.
It's kind of like a Joker Wild kind of.
Do you see
setup?
PCO as a? Do you see PCO as a heel?
No.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
totally.
I'm just thinking about it now. Like, what is he, like a mug, like a abyss kind of good guy? You think, like?
Yeah, more or less, and he's very
I mean,
over.
like,
So
if you look at him, like he totally looks like a heel. But yeah, no,
yeah,
he's not a heel. Okay, so Bailey's a face, PCO's a face, Swinger's a heel, Jake something I believe is a face, for Skyler who's a heel, Hotch who's a heel, Champagne Singh who's a heel, and Jay Vidal in a pretty goddamn unfair match. Let me just say that off the bat. Mike Bailey and PCO are so much better than everyone on the other side of this match.
Yeah.
Like either they shouldn't have been in there or they should have been on opposing sides. But I don't know, I guess it was just like a all-star team versus a opposite of an all-star team. I don't know what I don't want to say jobbers, but yeah. So they got the win. Obviously, the good guys. Nice to see PCO get the choke slam and PCO salt. Like,
well, I
he
mean,
didn't just
right
get
there.
re-signed. He's getting a fucking win. Like, look at this. And I think this is his second one recently. No.
Well, and I was, you made me, made me quite aware of forgetting about John Schuyler, because we have not
Oh yeah.
seen both members of the Good
I
Hands
thought he
on
was gone.
TV and
Yeah, I thought he was gone.
together.
And
And
again,
like, man,
they gotta work on that. They can't just be dropping people off of television like friggin'. Sorry,
he's
cut
really
you off, but
well.
Taylor,
No, it's
sorry,
just
like Taylor Wilde. Sorry, I was blanking on the name. Go ahead.
Oh no, just John Schuyler. I just like I can't believe Impact don't see how much of a great
I mean, maybe they do
character
though.
he.
You know what I mean? Like maybe they do, and he's got other shit. Like there's so many things that could be
Yeah,
happening, like
he
in the
just
background. Like I don't know, because like remember
I
we
just
talked about it.
love how
Remember when they were pushing them,
yeah,
and we were
yeah.
actually these were the number one contenders for the fucking. Why does my voice keep getting like that when I try to get excited? Why do I have like a girl voice when I get excited? Jesus. But like these were the number one contenders for the tag titles at one point. Remember we were bashing them. We were like, "What the hell are the Good Hands doing here? They don't deserve it." Blah 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 blah. But then guess what? They had a few good matches. They looked really good against the fucking champions who were fantastic.
Very credible.
I forget if it was ABC or the Rascals, but they're both similarly awesome, so it doesn't really matter. And yeah, now then they kind of fell off, and then one just went missing for a while, and now they're just like he comes back, and
Yeah,
I don't know,
it's
like they just
went in the limbo.
I mean, I don't know. I guess every promotion does that. Like they don't really keep track of literally everyone at all times who's on the roster. But I would
Yeah.
kind of like something like that, you know. Okay, that's a show. See you guys. No, all right. So the rest of this
Yeah.
was just all, it was, a bunch of Thanksgiving matches, and not really have much else to say other than this. Other than it was like one, it was literally one match, right? I don't think there was there a segment, a new segment?
Um,
No, I don't think so.
I
God
think
damn
we
it,
did
we
actually.
forgot the biggest
We
news.
did. Oh, what's that?
We forgot the absolutely insane news that a digital media title match has been announced for final resolution, folks. Tommy Dreamer versus Diener. The match we have all been asking for. It's finally happening. Dreamer versus Diener. Wow, I never realized that. When have they fought before? I don't think so, because Dreamer, Diener, those are really close names. You just switch a few letters.
Yeah, they it's been announced, I guess, for you said final resolution.
Yeah, thoughts on that
Yeah.
match? Go.
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely not something that you're gonna remember, right off and down the road.
Yeah.
But I mean, I kind of get it only because it is in the Don Kosloff arena, and doesn't Cody have a lot of ties to BCW with Scott and whatnot. Other than that,
Well,
really, it's just a kind of a random match. But I guess we'll have to see how it plays.
I did see a Santino. It was an interview from a podcast, so just got some highlights. But he was talking about Punk possibly coming to TNA, and he was like, would have been excited. And he said he'd be an incredible asset. TNA is obviously trying to get back to the former glory days when TNA was on Spike. The numbers they got, like current SmackDown numbers. So that's interesting. I guess that's something they're shooting for. SmackDown numbers. I mean, kind of batshit crazy at the moment, but
kind of feeding into what my thumb for this week was, Jay.
the fuck
we're
is this
heading
Sorry,
into
one second.
the
Go ahead.
well, just that we're heading into the TNA era very soon. What are your goals for the new look Impact / TNA heading into the new year?
Well,
Like,
hang
what
on,
thing?
because I just saw something here that is incredibly interesting. Ready? Here's what he says. Morella admitted that bringing in Punk would be a huge shot in the arm for TNA, especially when there's a new change of guard and reformulation of strategy in the front office. Okay, that's just a bunch of bullshit. Sorry, I thought that said they were getting rid of I thought they were making a change to the office, which I think they need to. I don't think anything is ever going to change unless they change. Scott has to go. Maybe Anthem has to sell it. I don't know. Something has to happen. Even if it happens,
So
I don't even know. It might be too late, I think. Like with WWE and AEW.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, no, I'm just from what you're telling me, that's one thing that you would like to see them do is go a different direction with booking.
I can name a billion goddamn things. Sorry.
Yeah.
Do you still have that awesome quote from before?
Oh, what was that?
There was a quote from like an Impact Facebook group or something.
Oh, with them. Yeah, I do.
Really good quote about getting rid of
Wade H.
Yeah.
We're kind of abbreviating his name because we don't, we're not sure if he would, be okay with it.
Where is this from? Facebook Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, it's a public group on Facebook.
Okay, here's the quote. Go ahead.
Okay, it says, I know they work hard, Impact Wrestling. They try hard, but they are a third leg in the primary wrestling show. They just don't have it. At any time, one of them, being the other two, not just Impact, could change wrestling forever, but they do not. Stop doing the same thing that has been happening for over 60 years. Retire your over 50 plus guys and gals once and for all. More wrestling moves and less tricks. Hitting with a belt, chairs, spitting green crap, run-ins, beatdowns, as these are everyday things and are worn out for sure. Jumping out of a ring onto an opponent, etc. So, I mean, he's kind of saying everything's kind of been done, and you really, you need to recreate the wrestling scene.
Man, that's Jesus. I could not agree more. Holy shit! I've kind of been saying that for like a long time, and I don't think anybody felt the same way. That I feel like wrestling needs to be like updated, or it needed to be through the years, and it just wasn't. And like he's saying, like it's just the same shit everywhere. Like with everything he just mentioned, like nothing has been. I don't even know what to compare it to. Like,
well, I told him.
It would be like if movies didn't get better. You know what I mean? Like if the movies still looked exactly the same, or even they got worse. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I mean, actually, kind of exactly with Marvel. I mean, Marvel was fucking killing it for so long, and now they put the Marvels out. Well, the original one made over $1 billion, and this one I think made like what 150,000 or something ridiculous. Like,
yeah,
and a lot of it looks like shit. Like they're putting these movies out now with just terrible CGI somehow. Like I don't know how they're even. And fans are like, "Fuck that! I'll stream it."
You're talking about the Marvels, right, Jay?
Yeah, well, I was kind of talking about different things in my head right there for a moment, but yeah, mostly the Marvels.
Well, we're kind of going off on the track here, but like the Marvels, for instance, it's like the lowest it's been ever because like little movies like Thanksgiving are currently doing, and that's a horror film that was done on a very cheap budget, is doing much better, has much better legs.
And great for them. Seriously, that is like maybe the wake up call that like Marvel and these other people have to fucking do more. Like you can't just keep throwing out the same bullshit that they've been doing. People will stop watching like they did with pro wrestling and like they continue to do with pro wrestling. Numbers have done nothing but gone down over years and years and years. And look at Impact now. I mean, I hate to say it. I hate bringing up friggin' such negative shit, but we haven't even got ratings for like, what, a month now? We don't even know where
Yeah.
they're at. I was hoping to
Well,
keep like 50,000 for Christmas. I don't think they're even going to get there. I think they'll be at 20, 30,000 at the end of the year.
well, that's what I'm hoping for when we hit the new year with the announcement recently of them on Comcast Xfinity, I believe it is called. And that's one thing that I think we both can agree on. We want to see more eyes on the prize.
Oh yeah, but also definitely, but also a better price. Like the shit about Punk made me angry. Like because they really, well, there's reports that
Yeah.
they did offer him a lot of money, and I think that's just like insane. One person is not going to fix anything, and how many times have we seen that everywhere? Sure, he can pop in, sell some things like Omega did. I mean, he's even bigger than Omega, obviously, to most fans. I mean, Omega gave Impact a huge buy rate. Punk would probably do double that, maybe. But like in the long
Well, the
run, like
thing,
it's one person. How many people could you hire with the money you can hire Punk? 10, 20?
yeah,
Fill
that's
the
the
fucking
thing. Like,
roster up, like we say all the
well,
time.
when I say to people, I say I want names, they think, well, there are no names. I'm not talking big names. I'm talking about people that have ex WWE guys,
Yeah.
ex, AEW guys that kind of go under the radar. I mean,
That's
it's
another thing. You need those names because that's why Tommy Dreamer is still around. Who do you think is fucking selling these shows?
Yeah.
People need to
Yeah,
see a face on the fucking card that they know, and sadly, it's Tommy Dreamer right now. Not even Bully at the moment, which hurts.
I mean, how much better would a talent say Mr. Anderson shows up and wants to feud with Joe Hendry?
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
You know what I
Somebody
mean?
like that.
I mean, how would that make good for good TV? I mean, they both can talk on the mic.
I mean, he would have to still care. Like, I don't know about that in his whole scenario in life or whatever, but yeah, definitely. I mean, anyone could come back, and I mean, look at Santino. I laughed, I abused them right when he came back, and the guy's fucking awesome. He didn't miss a beat. Just as funny as ever, He also mentioned he can wrestle 6 times a year. Kind of random, but I just remember that from reading this quick little thing. And hell, I want to see more Santino. That's how fucking good he is. So like, it's not an age thing; it's a entertaining thing. And Tommy Dreamer has not been entertaining in an incredibly long time. And if you want to talk about like old shit that needs to go away, like everything about him is that. Like the hardcore stuff, like everything, the lame fucking hardcore shit, getting the friggin' broken, stupid ass garbage can that everyone knows is a fake garbage can. It's the fakest looking thing in the world. Like, get rid of all that shit. Move on. Get more, like, you know what I mean? Get something that looks scarier. Or that looks
definitely.
real. You know what I mean? Like, you're a friggin' seriously.
Well,
they should talk to people like you just mentioned about the horror people. Talk to people in the fucking horror world. Like, get like a little horror producer that probably would work for less than they're paying whatever idiot producer they have there now that it isn't worth the money. I'm sure, like everyone they have backstage, who should all be fired because nobody should keep their fucking jobs 5 straight years when you keep failing. Sorry, go ahead.
WWE did actually do that. They reached out to makeup FX creator Tom Savini, and he's actually the one who designed what is the mask for Bray Wyatt? I can't remember what I didn't watch it then.
The Fiend.
The Fiend. Yeah, that was designed by Tom Savini.
I mean, you saw the mask, though, right?
What's that?
Have you seen the mask?
I see it only, like online. I never really watched the product. I should have. I probably
it's a badass mask. You would like it. It's like it's a horror movie. It's a horror movie mask. You know what I mean? Like it could totally be in a fucking horror movie. And Jesus, fuck, that's what I mean, man. I always thought about WWE like just being so far ahead of everyone else, and just like I just said, like Impact should look into this. And Gary says, "Oh, Impact's like team. WWE's already doing it," and it's like shit. But yeah, seriously, Impact should look into that shit. You know what I mean? Like, how do we move forward for like a more interesting kind of
what I was really shocked
kind of thing? You know what I mean? Like, imagine PCO with an actual fucking horror guy helping him.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, I was really surprised that Tom Savini would, maybe kind of want to do it, only because like he's kind of private, and that's pretty cool that they could sway somebody from the horror industry into their daily product.
To be fair, it's WWE, and they have never-ending money. And guess what? I like staying to myself too, but I also like $1 billion. So I understand. I mean, people say it's selling out, but I want to see everyone not sell out when you're given the opportunity, because I'm pretty sure I would. Pretty sure you would. Not totally sure about you. You're kind of a off-the-wall lunatic. All right, let me just look around quick. There is a shit. What was it? Something. Oh, it's Cyber Monday, and
Oh yeah,
Impact is having a sale, like most people in the world. So check that out.
yeah.
That
You
just
use a
reminded me.
Cyber Monday, all capital letters, Cyber Monday, to get the code for the 20% off sale.
Gotta say, the old school TNA shirt is cool.
Oh shit, yeah, yeah. It's very eye catching for
Yeah.
sure.
I kind of want one of those, although I can't be giving them money at the moment until our love-hate relationship is straightened out. Also, congratulations to last week's winner of our subscriber giveaway. We will be doing these randomly and a lot since I have a website now and probably going to be doing well soon, alldistractions.com, and we're going to have different shirts and all kinds of shit. And okay, that's it for that. And now we're just going to bullshit for about 2 minutes, I guess. As I look for Impact news. Well, let me just say this fast. TheSportster.com, they have some really good articles or lists or whatever you want to call it. Today they have one called TNA Impact Wrestling Best and Worst Double World Champions. And it starts off with the worst, and this is like perfect. Matt Seidel's second run with Impact Wrestling. And I'm just looking at Matt Seidel wearing 2 titles, and you know what I mean? It's making me shake my head like I don't even remember. Matt Seidel had 2 titles. Like, what?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Jesus, I do. Oh my
God.
God.
He was like,
and Josh was like part of him.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was
Josh
called.
was on TV. Oh man, Josh sucked. But let me say that we don't say that enough. Thank you for taking Josh off TV.
I think he used to refer to it as the third eye or something.
Oh God,
and
it was so bad.
It was just really, it was really like crazy. So I mean, it was kind of Zen-ish in a way, but
yeah, he was just like not over, and he had 2 belts. Like looking back at it now, it's totally insane. But that's funny. And then the next one, I'll just name 2 because this is just maybe the best picture ever. Bobby Lashley's second run with Impact when he had the 3 titles. You know the picture, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
When he has like the 2 titles on his shoulder, and I think the ref or MVP is holding up the world title behind him. Like it was just the most so fucking badass. That was one of the greatest runs ever, I think, in TNA. Or is that fair? Impact.
He's definitely one of the more dominant.
Most dominant, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Most dominant runs. I mean,
yeah.
Did he have every title? TNA World, X Division, and King of the Mountains. So everything except tag.
Yeah.
Man, I love fucking Lashley, man. He was so much fun.
Well, the thing I hate though is you make him this dominant champion, and then they never really, like, they got the belt off him eventually, but you never really bought it. You know what I mean? Like you never really buy how they get the belt off.
That's a problem with Josh. It's kind of my problem with Josh. They booked him so strong. I still feel like he's champion, and Shelley isn't. And I seriously forget sometimes that Shelley's champion. Because, like, I feel like Josh is the man at Impact. Okay, here's an interesting one.
He does own a victory over Walking Weapon, so.
Wow. Okay, here's an interesting one to end it. This is a good question, I think, and I don't know. I'm going to put a poll up. They have Austin Aries as the belt collector as the second worst. I thought that was cool as shit.
Oh, definitely. I don't know where they're coming from on that one. I think that was a very good run.
Yeah, I mean, he had friggin' Jesus Christ. Look at the belts he had. 1, 2, 3,
it had
4,
me wondering where he
5,
was
6. He had 7 belts at one time. I mean, I think one is IP. I thought to read this picture, but God, it was just so good. I thought it was the coolest fucking thing, man.
Yeah, I totally thumbs down on that.
Very similar to what's his name? The Japanese dude with the 7,000 belts in WCW when he showed up. And I was like, holy shit, this guy must be the greatest ever because he has so many titles. Whatever, I'm blanking on his name, but old fucking legend, awesome. And to me that was awesome. So yeah, let us know what you thought about Austin Aries as the belt collector. I mean, I thought it was one of the coolest goddamn things, and I'm shocked that this is on the worst section. And yeah, that's about it. Kind of kill some time there and give some fans something to talk about there with the Aries thing. There was just not much news happening, and it sucks. I mean, I guess we're gonna get some more
Other
matches
than
soon for whatever it is, and Final Destination. I keep calling it Final Destination. I keep calling it Final Destination because I think that's what I want. I want another Final Destination movie. But that is not for this.
But there was a little tidbit of news too. Was recently EC3 was interviewed.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I thought you were going to give Final Destination news. Go ahead.
Oh, just that he was interviewed. I don't know if it was like on a podcast or whatnot, but he kind of was leaning towards them having an NWA TNA, kind of like a rebirth. So that would be pretty cool. I mean, maybe if we can't have the NWA name back, maybe NWA at some point could become kind of like the farm system for Impact or something.
Yeah, I mean, we're just working together, and so I mean, like EC3 being on Impact, and kind of like I don't know, maybe a talent swap kind of thing. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I can't see him wanting to go back to that character anymore after he's like become a champion elsewhere. Yeah. Even if we don't really take that seriously, where NWA or whatever with them doing cocaine and losing their job. Also, when did he say this? Is this like very recently? I'm curious if he said this after was this before or after the cocaine thing?
I think
now we want to work with. Now we want to work with Impact.
Yeah.
I wish I could.
I could never on their team.
I could never do an interview because I would have to ask the next question of, is this because you guys did cocaine on TV and now you're just grasping at straws?
Yeah.
But whatever, that's life. And we'll be back, I guess, next week, right?
Yeah.
I think we might have to take a week off during this time at some point.
Yeah, we don't know if it keeps getting to the point where we don't really have any content. Well, we might have to cut it short unless me and Jay brainstorm and come up with something interesting.
Yeah, probably not. We don't have, our brains are pretty small. But we'll see what happens. And catch you next time. And don't forget to subscribe and be part of the subscriber ongoing giveaways. And that's it. Happy Thanksgiving, belated. And good luck to Tammy Lynn Sytch. And that's about it. Gary, nothing?
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't want to cut in. Yeah, take care, everybody out there, and we'll see you back in the ring next week.
Also, my football team is better than yours, and you all suck. Come on, Gary. There's no need for that.